Good morning everyone and welcome back to another video on the channel, and today you can see here we're on brickset.com, and this is for a very exciting reason because I found a new play feature on this website. Under the browse section I found a random set part and minifigure generator, and I thought it'd be fun. I've made a couple of bingo grids and I thought we could check it out today. So first of all, I have got these bingo grids that I made, and you'll see those later in the video as I attempt to complete a row, column, or diagonal in the least possible generations. And let's quickly just show you how to get to this website. So most people know brickset.com. You can see it here. This is just their homepage. I'm logged in right now, so I don't have any adverts. And you can see this tab here. This is the Browse tab. And underneath Browse, and we will take a look at all three of these today, you can see we have sets, minifigures, and parts. Now, if you just give a click on any one of those, it brings you to a page like this where you can search through an entire catalogue of all the sets ever produced by LEGO, same for minifigures and parts, and that's a really useful resource that I recommend checking out if you're not currently on their website. But if you scroll down a bit, down here we can see a little description about their catalogue. You can see there are 17,000 sets over 71 years. And there's also some links here. And the bottom one is the one we're interested in here. And this says, view some random sets. So if I click on this, and it loads, you can see it brings up about 5 random sets from across the period. Now there's no limits here. And again, there's another button here where I can view 5 more. As I mentioned, I'm logged in, so we have owned and want settings as well. And I've printed out these grids here, so we're going to play a little game of bingo. Now, the rules I want to use are fairly similar to that of normal bingo, and that is that you have to complete a row, column, or diagonal. Admittedly, I have no one to play with, so normally you'd compete with people to get there first. I can think of a couple of ways of doing that, but I'll leave that one up to you guys. But how I'm going to play is I'm trying to get a row, column, or diagonal in the least number of clicks. So every time I click that, that's going to increase a counter. I'll keep you updated on what that is. Yeah, it's fairly simple. The only other rule I need to mention is that every time I click, I can only pick one of the 5 to cross off. So say, for an example, 2 sets came up, one from 2021 and one that was a 4+ set, and I could only pick to choose one of those, so I have to be careful. So I'm going to bring the set bingo grid up on the screen now for you to see, and let's have a think about where I want to go here. So I can see a brickhead, something from adventurers. Is adventurers a category? No, doesn't look like adventurers is a category. That was 1999. There's not a 2000 set on here, is there? No. Doesn't look like I'm having much luck on this one. So I'm going to click view 5 more and increase the counter by 2 generations. This is our second generation. What can I see here? Ooh, a bucket. I believe that's on here. That's going to be my first cross off. Okay, so we've got a bucket, so we've got something going on in the right-hand column there. Now, if I remember correctly, I'm going to bring this back up on the screen. Did I see a plane on the last screen that I missed? Yeah, that was the Spirit of St. Louis from Legoland, so I can cross off plane as well. So we're off to a flying start with the right-hand column, but obviously some of them are more difficult than others. So let's go into our third generation. Train track! Train track! We got one! I'm going to pick train track over car because I think that's more rare, so I'm going to use my knowledge of the system to try and increase my chances. Fourth generation coming up. I see a CMF. I'm going to take the CMF. Fifth generation. A couple of service packs to me. For those of you who don't know, that service packs, which is on the third column, fourth column even, on the bingo grid here, are packs of pieces that they used to sell in the 20th century, and those contain lots of things like wheels, 2x4 bricks and stuff, and I thought it was an interesting one to put on this bingo. Ooh, this could be a good one. No, 2020 set isn't a category. I see a poly bag, so I'll cross that off. 7th generation. I'm not having much luck here. 8th generation is gimmick set. Cool, Spinjitzu Coal, can cross that off there. Can I use the Explore as a Duplo set? No, Duplo's not a category on here. 9th generation, not much I can use here, I don't think. 10th generation, 11th generation, 12th generation, 13th generation. Ooh, 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 ooh. Set in range 1950s to 1980s. That's something off the list. We're doing really well with that last column over there. 14th generation. Christmas! We probably already passed one of those, I'm pretty sure. But Christmas! I saw the Mini Robots GWP, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay, I'll bring up screen on proof. But that column is looking really good for us there. We just need 2 more sets there. 15th generation, 16th generation, and I'm not really getting much at this point. 17th generation, 18th generation, 19th generation, contains mini doll, 20th generation, 21st generation, 22nd generation. That's not normal packaging. And neither was Ultimate Flarmer, actually. Ultimate Flarmer came in a very weird shaped box. 23rd generation. And generation 24. And that has a dinosaur. That's our first dinosaur set. I can cross that off. 25th generation. A set that I own. 2 landing lunar base plates. I own that set. That's off the list. Generation 26 and Generation 27, we got another bucket. Generation 28, 29, 30. Generation 31 and Generation 32. Unlicensed. I can see quite a few of those. I don't know why I haven't crossed that off yet. Generation 32, Generation 23, and hang on. How many minifigures? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15! Yes, 15 plus figures. Can cross that off on my most likely column. We're getting somewhere here. Ow! Oh no. I could have used the International Space Station here as a set that's been remade, but I can't now. I could use the Fun at the Beach People pack instead. Nope, nothing here that I can use. Wait. Yes, there is. 1 by 8 dark green bricks in Generation 34. Set containing dark green bricks or a 2000 set. Oh, I'm going to go with the 2000 set because they haven't popped up as much and it gets us closer to a column. I could have chosen a dark green as the colour, but really I probably have had that one by now. I just haven't been looking for it. 35th generation, and we're getting really close to the end here now. Generation 36. Generation 37, and I finally got a Creator Expert set. It's also something that is remade, but I can't cross off more than one at once, so we're going to have to go a bit longer until we find something that's been remade. And then I think we've almost got a row across here. Generation 38 is a bust. Generation 38 causing some problems here. In our search for something remade, we have not got one, but we have managed to find a Click-It set and a Mixel set in the same thing, and they're both in my column that I want to see. I'm going to go with the Mixel. I think it's slightly rarer. Also, it goes us closer to 2 possible bingos. So let's click on to our 39th generation, greeted by this cursed little bluebells, and we got it. Hellfire Droid has definitely been remade, therefore it is something that has been remade and completes our 3rd row down, bingo across, and we're done. That was really fun. I really enjoyed that. So you guys are more than welcome to use my grid for this sets one in from that you see in this video. I will have a big version of it at the screen at the end. But in the meantime, let's go down to Minifigs, and we shall take a closer look at the minifigure grid that I've chosen. So in the same place down here, view some random minifigures. and it's going to bring up 5 random figs, so I'll mark this as our first generation, and let's get started. Right, so into our first generation. First thing I noticed is a couple of minifigures that only appeared in one set, which means they are set exclusive, so let's cross that one off the list. Generation 2, you can see a Duplo figure, let's cross that one off the list. I do see a micro figure though, so let's cross that one off. Our fourth generation, I can see a skeleton, and I'm going to go for that one. We've got 3 in a row so far. Fifth generation, I'm noticing quite a few things right here. I can see a Disney figure, I can see an exclusively molded head, and a brick-built character. What should I pick? Do we have anything from ideas in here? No, don't have a Kai. Or what about... aha! Sully is a 2019 minifigure. We're making really good progress. Everything here seems to be in the same row. 6 here, and that City minifigure there has no visible hair. Our 7th generation, and I've spotted a specialized head. 8th generation here, and it's a plain torso. Generation 9, and I've spotted a Chima figure. Generation 10, finally spotted something so cursed it doesn't deserve to be a minifigure. Generation 11, and we have a mini doll. Generation 13, and I see a brick-built character. Generation 14 has nothing in particular to... Oh, wait, no. Generation 14 brings us the smiley face. Generation 15 is a licensed unnamed character in the form of Resistance Trooper. And Generation 16 turns up nothing particularly useful. Generation 17 shows me nothing again. Round 18 gives me a licensed yellow figure. 19 shows me nothing that I'm looking for on my list. Generation 20 is useless to me. Generation 21, number 22 up here, and again I'm not particularly getting anything here. I may have missed 1 or 2 pieces, but there's nothing here standing out as something that I haven't ticked off. Number 23 is going to finish us off here with any Disney character in the form of Olaf, and that is the figure one. Right, jolly good. On to the parts, which I believe is probably going to be the hardest of the 3. It's also our last one for today. Hope you guys are enjoying it so far. Hopefully it's a lot more of an easy ride than this was to film. It takes quite a while to check through the list. Hope this is edited well. And here we go with our first generation on the parts grid, which you can see on screen now. And this is our first generation. Oh, this is going to take me a while. No. Found a set exclusive part in the first generation, Duplo part in our second generation, a tile showed up in generation number 3, I got a 2020 part for my 4th try, a fabric piece in number 5, got lucky with the wedge plate in 6, a minifigure torso showed up in 7, got my hands on a CCBS shell element for round number... Is this 7? There's a droid component in number 8. Animal part for number 9. Nothing that I could see turned up in round 10. Printed element for round 11. Foliage and flowers was our 12th pick. Nothing useful in number 13. It was back to CCBS in number 14. Minecraft made an appearance in number 16. A Technic lift arm for 17. What I believed to be a retired Thanos in number 18. Number 19 was useless. 20 was a bust too, but I had minifigure headgear for 21. 22, I couldn't spot anything useful. However, 23 gave us a firing projectile. 24 gave us clip. 25... Well, it was pretty rubbish really. Oh! And 25 gave us dark red. 26, I got a transparent piece. 27 was a minifigure accessory. 28 proved a bust for pretty much everyone. 29, well, couldn't spot anything useful. I really thought we would be done by number 30. Number 31, 32, 33, 34. Haha, 35 got us dual molded legs. 36 it is. 36 is going to finish us off here for the third one with an olive green part, completing the third row down. Finally, so glad. It was such a good experience. Now, I played pretty badly, to be honest. I reckon I missed about half of them. I could have been a lot clever with my picks. I saw so many that I could have picked and then finished columns if I went down a different route, especially in that parts one. But let me give you my scores so that you guys know what you have to beat if you guys want to join me in this competition. So on the sets one, I scored 39. And on the figures one, I scored 23. And on the parts one, last but not least, I scored 36. So the easiest one to beat me on would be the sets. Have a good time with those figure ones. And if you guys come up with your own grids and want to challenge me, make a video and tell me in the comments below, and I will check it out and possibly complete it on a video. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoy this little feature and game I made out of it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.